Okay, button one, button two. It took like 5 tries. All right, it's warm. The door is open. There's a lot of noise outside, so hopefully that's not too distracting. A second ago, it was helicopters and police sirens. Uh, my throat is froggy too. I got a little tickle in my throat. Um, but other than that, it got even worse. Look what I got. I got these. I got this. There was an eraser emergency a few months ago. I broke my Pentel, those really common ones you can get at the supermarket, like Pentel Click Erase ones. I broke it. So I went to the local art store and they had these weird brands. I've never heard of this before. Um, but actually, I like it better. I like it because it just has like a regular click thing on the top, and the Pentel Click Erases, the little clip, it would just like work its way down as you got through the eraser, and so then when you're almost done, you had this clippy thing in the way. So this is better. But what the heck brand is this? Where do you get refills? So we went to the same place, and the guy's gonna order me refills. So I didn't buy erasers then, but I got this. More Gansai watercolor. I haven't even opened it yet. I was saving it for you guys. Granulating colors. I had no idea. There was like a swatch paper taped to the side of the all the watercolors, but it was like the Daniel Smith section. So I thought I wasn't I was ignoring like the details, right? I just thought it was, I don't know, swatches. It just didn't match anything. And it turns out, yeah, it's all these weird granulating colors. But the pans themselves, they all look brown. It's just brown, 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 brown. And then this empty one. It says it comes with one empty pan. Like it's a feature, not shrinkflation or something. You get an empty pan. Aren't you lucky? So yeah, I'm curious to see. I remember the swatches having a lot of pink in them. So, and you can kind of see, they look like science experiments or something. So we'll have to see, like which one's suitable for a dark, serious painting. So here's the guy we're working on today. I wanted to make him a little evil looking. I still can push it more. He just looks bothered. He doesn't look evil, but it's better than this one where he just looks startled. These are for the vending machine. Let's see, this one right here. I need to start collecting more art because it got kind of depleted during San Diego Comic-Con. And I kind of like these. So what I did, I'm cutting these out of the Fancy Arches whatever paper. This is rough. The one I'm working on today is cold press, because you can tell because I wrote the letter C behind it. And I'm going to ink it with this thing. I like this. I'm surprised. I think I'm not taking care of it right though. That's all right. So then I got some of Joel's Higgins India ink and I put it in this little container. So now I have my very own. Well, I had some anyway. I have so many inks. Okay. So I have, let's see. This one I like a lot. This one's good for watercolor and Copic marker. So I used this one to fill up this pen. And this one's a little more convenient to take to conventions than like some dip pen thing like this. So that works. And then let's see. Oh yeah, this one. I think this is the same stuff, just probably this is pricier. I don't know if it's better than the Higgins. Black India ink. This is India ink. Joel said I filled this up too much. I'm sure he's right, but I didn't listen. It's real, you're not the boss of me vibes. there's like an inch from the top. That's fine. We'll figure it out. So that's what I'm going to use to ink Dr. Sirius. But I was curious. I did these earlier. I've done this before, but I guess I just need to remind myself. This one, this side is the, I just put this away, the Carbon Platinum. Carbon Platinum on that side. And this is the Higgins India ink. And I just want to see if there's a difference. This is the Sailor pen. This isn't really great for watery stuff, but it's a really nice pen. And every once in a while, I'll still use it because it's nice. It writes well, and I don't want it to dry up. So it still gets used. So I was thinking, this is a scrap piece from the rough paper. Let's see. I think we already know how this is going to turn out. Okay. So let's see. Oh, I can't see if I put you down there. Okay. All right. This is just water. Let's see. I'm expecting, look at that tape. I got pencil lead. Okay, perfect. I'm not expecting anything crazy. Oh, there we go. So it pulls up a little, not too much. Hardly any at all. Okay. Let's see. I'd say the Higgins India ink is even less smeary, so I guess that's why it's a super popular ink to use. Okay, Sailor is gonna smear, and that's okay. All right, so here we go. Yeah. Okay. Just a little reminder. So let's see. I don't know if there's a difference between this and the Higgins. Probably just $1 different, dollar prices difference. Okay, hold on. And you know what else I have to look forward to this month? And there's no conventions. I got a bunch of stuff to get caught up on, but they have a whole new menu of ice cream, salt and straw. But they're weird. One has prosciutto in it, which is kind of fun, but I don't know. It doesn't all have to be adventure eating. There's a prosciutto. There's like cucumber. What was it? Cucumber bread? No. Yeah. What was it? Hold on. I wrote it on the Discord. Let's see.
Game begin.
I'm gonna look it up. This is important. Oh, my event is live. What is it? Okay, chocolate chip zucchini bread. What did I say? Cucumber bread? Chocolate chip zucchini bread. That's just bread, right? Web of Chaos. Hi. How you doing? How was your weekend? I was thinking about you because we're trying to find these really thin micron pens, like 005 and 003, I believe. I think we have I don't think we have, I know we don't have any that thin. I think our smallest ones are, is it, that's not what I need. 003, that's a big one. All my pens are mixed up. One, it should have a 0 in front of it. But hi Shadow! So that's one of the reasons why I went to the art store too, is to get these little microns. And when I was looking them up online, people were using them for their models. I think you have a line filler, like that paint that you put into the cracks and it just kind of finds its way through. I guess also people use those skinny little pens. So I ended up ordering them from Jet Pens. And I got more nibs. I got a couple. They had on Jet Pens, they'll have little samples of the writings of their pens. Ooh, panel lining pens. Yeah, exactly. I didn't know that's what they were using them for, but that's what I saw. I'm like, I know someone who could use those, but you already have some good stuff. So on Jet Pens, they had sample writings with certain nibs, and they had a couple. They had this one, and alongside it, a couple others. What was it called? I'll show you when I get them. But they seem to have a lot of line weight softness to them. Hi Vince, how you doing? What you been up to? You drawing anything? The first 2 models I did panel lining on, I used markers like that. Did you really? Says Web of Chaos. Yeah, my hand's not very steady. I would probably try to use the stuff that soaked into the cracks on its own. Still trying, says Vince. Keep trying. That's all we could do, is keep trying. All right, let's see. I don't know. I should open these because I'm dying to see what the smart thing to do would be, to start inking this, because then it could dry a little bit. What? We're not gonna do that. I want to see what this stuff is. Okay. Even the guy who was ringing us up, I think he was the owner of this particular art store. He thought somebody stole one of the pans. Nope. Shrinkflation is what it is. All right. I don't know if this is like separate pans. It must be separate pans that jiggle around, or if it's like one long thing. I don't know if I have a preference. Okay. Separate. I don't know why oh, it's just dust or something. Let's see. Yeah, then I went and got the paints and the little calligraphy pens. They look a lot better and definitely require a less steady hand. All right, as I suspected. All right, I'm just making a bigger mess. Hold on. Okay, it just smeared purple everywhere. Yeah, there's no reason for that. There's no reason. I'm not gonna mix stuff in there. I guess I could, but well, I got a big pan for something. Shrinkflation. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Aurora Red, Aurora Pink, Aurora Orange, Aurora Blue, Aurora Violet. And they all just look brown. Look at that. No variation. I suspect that's trickery though. So let's see. I have... Okay, here's a little swatch. I think, where did it say? It said, Apply water brush with color to activate it. Yeah. What else does it say? I thought it said something like mix it in a pan with water. So, oh, here it is. No. Okay. The colors of these Gansai watercolors separate to create whimsical and dreamy effects. May vary depending on type of paper. You can enjoy greater changes in color by dissolving the watercolors in lots of water and letting the colors separate on your palette before painting. Okay. You guys have any preferences? It's like pink, orange, pink, purple. Yeah, they're kind of wild. These look similar. This is a little more pinky. That's more like a watermelon-y with green, pinky with teal, orange and purple, green and orange, pink and purple. Huh. I guess we'll find out, huh? Who wants to be a good mixing brush? Here. You're juicy. I'll take you. This guy. Georgian! New eraser, which one? Remember? Okay, I think you were around the first time I did this. This guy, this Milan stranger. I could never find refills for it. I don't need one yet. We went to the art store, get an eraser, and to look for some microns, like the super little ones, 005 and 003. And the guy who, he's the owner or he works there, I don't know, he's gonna order me some. So I guess I'm gonna have to start answering my phone now. I get so many spam calls. I just let it, you know, I just ignore all of the calls. But now I have to listen to heavy breathing before, hello, madam. Can I interest you in whatever? Yeah, but no, this same Milan guy, I'm looking for a refill. I'm about to get him. I just got a new Bristol board pad from Winsor & Newton. I friggin' love it. Whoa, I never seen that one. That looks nice. You know what? It is. I busted my Pentel Click Erase and I just wanted to go to the art store to get a new one because you could find those everywhere, right? They didn't have one. They had this. And I was like, I don't want to get some proprietary kind of hard to find whatever, but I was in a pinch. I needed this thing. I like it better because the clicky part is on the top, not like the Pentel Click Erase where the clip works its way down as you go through the eraser, and then by the time you're done, you have this big old like clippy thing right at where, you know, we're trying to erase. And then every time I go to grab it, I'll instinctively put the clip towards the top side. So I'm always like doing this, like, oh, which way? Ah, the clip is on the bottom. Oh, perfect. This thing is perfect. And supposedly I'm getting like a 5-pack, a 3-pack of erasers. So tell me about your Bristol board from Winsor & Newton. Why do you love it so much? So is it better than Strathmore? I think we only get Strathmore. Like there's like a 300 and a 500 pound. I think we get the 300, which is fine. I'm not much of an inker, so, and I've heard that the Strathmore paper is getting worse, but I'm not that good enough to see the difference. I've been testing Strathmore 400 and 300 versus this Winsor. 400 is a little too rough for me. Web of Chaos says, all right, I shall be lurking. Have a good rest day, night stream. Thank you, Web of Chaos. Thank you for the lurk. I really do appreciate it. I love your little lurk thingy. 300 Strathmore is better, but this Winsor is the best of both worlds. It's slightly rough with some smoothness. Okay. I'll have to keep an eye out for it. I don't recall seeing it. Where'd you get it from? Look, do you risk ordering paper online? I have the 9x12 and the 11x14. I like the 9x12. Yeah, I risk it every time, says the Sorgen. I get so mad. They take zero care in how they ship paper. They just put a pad of paper in a plastic bag and they're just like, good luck. What do they say in Hunger Games? May luck ever be on your side or something like that. Yeah, I at least they have a good return policy. So I tried to exchange it and I got the same thing. I ended up using 11 by 17 paper with dinged edges for my is this what I did? I think so. I used it on stuff that I needed to trim the corners off anyways, so it worked out fine. I get so mad though when things don't go my way. I'm like, ugh! And then I'm fine. It's like temporary rage. Let's see. Okay. I think I have plenty of paper. Oh, no. I have enough of like drawing kind of paper and painting on, but printing paper I need more of. I went through a bunch for Comic-Con and hold on. I need some more. I've been liking the Red River paper. They have a bunch of textures. Some are really rough. I don't go for the glossy stuff usually. They have a lot of different thicknesses. And they have profiles for my printer. So it just kind of makes it easier to tell my printer software, this is what's in there, do it nice. I'm still learning about my printer software too. I was struggling to get the fronts and backs of my things to match up. These are in my store right now. Packs of 3, these little mood cards. Grump, Manny, and Perry have one. They came out so cute. It's good quality paper. I like them a lot. But so I was like trying to get these fronts and backs to match up. I know there's probably some sort of layout software. I just eyeball it and fix it as I go. But I realized that there's 2 different, is there only 2? There might be 3 different ways you can size an image in the printer software. You pick the paper, you pick it to either fill or fit, and also you can pick the size of whatever you're filling or fitting in the paper that you've chosen the size for. So I was like, what are you talking about, printer? How is that even a thing? Just do it like you see it. What's with all these options? So yeah, I'm still learning. So the fact that Red River has like a profile, it's like one less thing to worry about. Look at that. Yeah, that's really cute. Yeah, sometimes those ink pads become scrap paper for testing markers and ink. Yeah, that's a really good idea. You doing fancy things on that printer yet? Do your job, printer. Those came out great. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is the fanciest thing. Is it this and the little, you saw the sketchbooks that I've loaded my vending machine with, right? I think they're all in there right now. I don't think I have any loose. Those are cute. But yeah, this one I made little, like an actual product kind of thing with a little, look at that. And I was really nice about it. I made sure that the opening of these plastics were on the bottom, so you didn't have to like tear the top off. Had to get so many, I don't know why I do this. It's like manufacturing things at home right before a convention. So I had to buy this stuff and I'm like assembling these things for a convention, questioning my choices. Oh, that's awful, isn't it? Just the little things. It's the little things that make me happy. Let's see. So, Shorjan, are you doing any covers for anybody recently? With all that fancy Bristol Winsor Newton paper you have? Okay, let's see. It said to, like, just use a lot of water first to let it do its granulation thing and then smear it around. So who's gonna be the first? We got violet, blue, orange, pink, red. Oh, which one is which? All right, I guess we'll find out. We'll do a little swatchy thing. I'll do them in order. No published covers. I've been fleshing out my IP called, is that like Z or SH? Shelika? Zelika? Working on character designs, etc. That sounds really cool. It's kind of weird, the character designs. It starts out really frustrating trying to find it, and then at some point it's really exciting where it's like, I could see this person. I know who this is now. Okay. Aurora Red. Let's see. It's just looks brown. Maybe it has like a little, I can't tell if it's my lighting. Yeah, just soupy brown. Yeah, pronounced with a Z. Okay. Zelika. Is that right? Is that the right accent on the first syllable? Reading stuff is so weird. I'll never know if I'm getting stuff right. What? Okay, this is like super dark purple. This is Aurora Red. So, okay, we're gonna see how this... These aren't in order, are they? I might have to... There's no way this is Aurora Red. Ah. It's like purple and... We're gonna have to wait and see what this does. Yep, you got it right. Okay, good. I was watching Arcana on Netflix because a couple of cosplayers bought some original art at Comic-Con and they were dressed as those two characters, which I found out later. So, and then Chris Cox said, you probably like the, or maybe some other of you said I would probably like that show on Netflix. Ooh, it's starting to do it. It's like red and purple. So I started watching it, but I have the volume low. Oh, it's doing cool stuff. So I'm reading the VI name, but I'm not hearing it. So it's V, I thought, because I've got Cyberpunk on the brain, but maybe it's Vi. And then I'm like, just enjoy it and watch it. Okay, this is red and blue. Can you see? See the streakiness? Ooh, okay. Okay. So you're Aurora Red? I don't know. I really don't know. Vi. Okay, thank you. Ooh, it's getting better. Oh, look at it. That's like red and teal. So then that one, I bet you that one's this one. Like a, because it doesn't look green, it looks teal. It's got to be that one. How am I supposed to know if they're labeled the right way? It's like that question, how do you know my red is the same as your red because you don't have my eyes? Maybe what I think and know of as red, you think of as green. How am I going to know that this is Aurora Red or not, and they're just out of order? It's very important. Okay, so let's see. I need a firmer brush. So, let's see. Maybe I can do it neatly and then have a swatch for the... Oh goodness, that's really cool. Are you gonna even do it on this paper? What did it say? It depends on the paper you use. The degree of color separation and blurring may vary depending on the type of paper used. Oh goodness, it looks so neat in here. Look at this. I love that idea of how people have a default color in their head whenever you mention a specific color, right? And how are you gonna know? trying to get some, makes the teal come into the party. Oh goodness. Okay, just leave it alone. We'll see. That's pretty though. I'll say that. Teal and cranberry, purplish cranberry. So yeah, I remember. I'm thinking it's that one. Red, pink, orange, blue, and violet. It doesn't even matter. It's just random. So that's the base color, because nothing says anything about green. So I would imagine the red and green would be the red. Violet? Is that violet? All right, we'll figure it out. Well, let's see what Aurora Pink has to say about it. Yeah, and they all just look brown in the pan. Okay. Oh, hold on, I was gonna mix with this one. Get in there. Let's see. So this one has like a purple color, kind of popping up a little bit. I like the colors that dogs see. I think they were saying it's like blue, yellow, and gray. I think so. And then green? They must be seeing green if blue, they got blue and yellow in there. All right, so this looks purple. Didn't I say that about the last one? And then you let it sit or something till it settles, separates. Planet Draws Squad, hi. Giving me hearts and thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm a sucker for these granulating colors. And they're always so finicky. Like it says, it even says on the box, oh, it depends on what kind of paper you're using. Like, don't expect it to be 100% cool. Okay, so then, what are you doing? It's just hanging out. I see purple and teal, I think. You can totally see the purple. The teal, is it blue? It's a little harder to see. I thought the box literally said finicky watercolor. It may as well. Maybe that's what Tambi means. Okay. So are you ready? You ready for magic? It's a good purple. I see the teal. It's very similar to this one, but this is more of like a cranberry kind of thing going on. This has a lot more blue in the purple. I see you trying. I see you trying. Oh, I overdid it. Let's see. I think Kurotake is a Japanese brand. Shorjin. Established 1902. So like over a century making finicky watercolors. Yeah, there you go. Made in Japan. Hecho en Japón. All right, I'll leave this one alone. I just put a lozenge in my mouth. I'll try not to be gross about it. I got a tickle in my throat. Join up on. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, so then, yeah, it is kind of, I can't tell these things. Was it ever purple or was the teal just mixing with the pink? Because you can kind of see that pink. Let's see. Let's give it a part 2. A do-over. Who knows? It definitely has a cool grad though. It doesn't have the petri dish effect as the cover. I wanted to see a more science experiment. They all look great though. It says Shorjin. 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 I will forever stumble on that. Okay. Orange. Any guesses? These must be in order. There's no way they would be out of order. Zorjin, says Zorjin. Okay. So this one still looks the same. Sometimes when I was wetting the other ones, they kind of took on some purpley, glossy color. This one just looks brown still. Okay, lots of green. It looks khaki. So, all right, we'll let it settle and see. Those look awful similar. Red. I guess that has a little more green in it, and this cool color has a little more blue in it. I would say that's definitely the orange and green. I think that's my bet. All right, I'll leave it alone. You can say Leroy. No, I'm gonna struggle. I'm gonna keep trying. I even put a little note, Leroy, right next to your Zorjin. I should put Zorjin. That would be handy too. Spelled with a Z. I like the struggle. I guess I can go down the line and then do this Aurora blue and let that one sit for a minute. Kind of picked up some red glossiness, but not much. It still looks brown. Okay. Where did you get all this stuff from? Okay, there. That looks like Payne's gray color. I like these things. So who are you? Blue? Your guess. Which one is blue amongst all of these? I guess this top right one? Is you know what? It's not to figure out. It's just to enjoy. A struggle. Okay, and all these, we're gonna pick one to go behind this guy. He's already upset about it. I remembered to not tape the top, finally. Creating a border that I never used. Like this one. I had all 4 sides taped. This was a granulating color too. The background, it was like a green and cranberry, I believe. This is why I swatch all my new paints, because what you see in the pan is rarely what you see on paper. Hi, Chris. Yes, you are absolutely right. The pans were all brown. Brown, 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 brown. Okay, so here's the that's gonna be orange and green, right? Wait, it just flooded itself. You can kind of still see orange side, green side. All right, so that's the middle one. That guy right there, put him right here. Ooh, it's pretty. Please do a thing. Please do it. Oh, that's not bad. So then, I would imagine maybe the hot press paper might make these granulation things a little more apparent because it wouldn't be soaking in so well. I definitely have some of that stuff. How you doing, Chris? What are you working on? Yeah, this blue, these are in order. They're in order. That's my final assessment. Because this last one is definitely blue. It's like the blue and orange. All right, yeah, so I'm gonna say they're all in order. This was the red. That's the pink, orange. Why this is blue, I don't know. And then this, I guess, is the violet. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry I criticized your box. You did the right thing. Ooh, that worked out well. Got a little swipe of orange there in the middle. Doing okay, working on some 3D geometry, questions, issues, math. Yeah, you have like a really interesting combo of like right brain, left brain, if that is even a thing. technical artistry. Okay. Can you see that little strip of like rusty color that's poking in there? That's kind of as good as I could hope for, I guess. Yeah, these don't look like the swatches that were taped to the side of the Daniel Smith watercolor display, and they don't look like the box. I kind of like them better. Yeah, those are nice. Do I have any? This hot press. Oh, but I already messed it all up. There's no room here. I mean, I didn't mess it up. I created beautiful art. It's all fantastic. Here, let's see. Let's test my theory. So this is hot pressed, smooth, maybe not as thirsty. Let's see if it's easier to make it do a granulation thing. I don't have enough left over. All right. I'll set that aside. This isn't scientific. It's one of those days where I have a question and the existing academic answers are between insane and inane. So I'm investigating simpler answers and seeing how they work in common situation models. So Chris, when you do these things, Chris makes like software that can turn an emoji into like something that you can 3D print. Sorry for like super oversimplifying all this cool stuff you do. He does it with like fonts and all that. It's really cool. But so then when you do this, what do you do with that? Do you just like printing them at home, or do you make them available for people online for their own projects? Okay, so last one, violets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This one looks super, super violet-y. You can barely see a hint shadow of it. Yeah, that's like that's doing something different. Ooh, yeah, that's I guess that's violet. Caffeine hang. Thanks for following. The visual on that. Oh my goodness. Just like these spindly fingers with long nails over a coffee cup.
Game over.
Thanks for following. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness, this is ever so violet. Okay, they're in order. All that belly aching. That's so much different than the rest of them. Option 1 and 2 were very similar, and I think that was a weird way to start. Because then after that, they all are pretty distinct from one another. I have to let it sit, that's the worst part. Chris says, I've made some available online And the end goal is to make models available for sale or free. But right now I'm still building up the tools to make it all work. I just spent a week making models of gaming dice with numbers to see if it can be done, especially rounding the corners. The dice are done, but expose a need for better measures or sharpness and edginess. Okay, so then, okay, for your dice and the sharpness, what happens with too much sharpness? Do you, okay, here I've got some examples here. Let's see. What is Caffeine Hag saying? My pleasure. It's nice to see some traditional tools getting used. I know, right? I love it. I love both. You know, an art tool is an art tool. But I really like having original art as like this piece of art that you can hold and enjoy. And it's there. Okay, so I got somebody gifted me these at San Diego Comic-Con. And they're blacklight reactive. Hold on. My favorite thing. Oh, it's right here. Oh, so are these. Oh, yay. Oh, they look so gross. It just looks like swamp mud right here. But yeah, there's, what is that? The orange? Yeah, some of the warmer colors in here are really like lighting up. Okay, nice. So these things, 3D printed. So is it one filament that changes as you get through it, or do they swap it out at some point during the print? And so you can print something and have it linked like this, and you don't have to assemble it. And so then it has like that nice, I don't know if this is what people like or whatever, but the 3D print stuff has like the ridginess that sometimes it just looks kind of satiny, silky, like grandma's old Christmas decorations. I like it. So does that have anything to do with sharpness or edginess? Or is that something else entirely? He dances like, ooh, you know those right. I like that. And his mighty steed. Yeah, so that, I don't know. It's got black eyes that aren't painted. These white mane, that just seems to be all printed out in one go. I just don't know enough about that. Okay, are you done separating? It's more the part of try to make it less sharp without destroying the shape and preserving the size. Okay. Yeah, one filament that changes color over its length, and yes, you can print the links in place. What about the black and the white? It's yeah. Think about the points on dice or the edges, 90-degree corners that aren't points. To correctly smooth them, you need some measure of sharpness or edginess to know where to smooth and where not to. The black and white are separate filaments. Okay, so then they do the rainbow thing, leave it in place, and then load up the black. Oh, what? I just can't visualize it. I don't use that 3D printing stuff, so it's all, none of it makes sense. All right. Here, let's see. We're going for this purple. And I stuck my finger in it. That's fine. Oh, it's nice. Periwinkle, love this color. Get put some of that blue in there. How do I force this to do my bidding? Non-compliant colors here. Caffeine Hag says, I haven't seen 3D printed dice yet. Are they a full 7 set or 6-sided dice? Caffeine, full set of 7 lying on the table in front of me. Ooh, show off. I was looking at this dice game. It's called Heck and Mech. It's got 3 different names. Heck and Mech, Pico Mech or something, and what's the Wormin Roz or something? I don't know. Anyways, it comes with a bunch of dice and dominoes, and the dominoes have little worms engraved on them. And I was looking at some of the things they were selling because it's kind of hard to find. It's not an expensive game, but it's an import, I guess, so it turns it into expensive. Somebody was selling one and they had dice that they just painted the dots on and they were rubbing off. And I was like, I don't want to spend $40 on an $8 dice game and get sent something that they painted off dice dots that rub off. Okay. You need some work. You need to do your granulation. So, which of these would be better for a background for a creepy scientist type? I feel like I tried to do one of these last time for this. Like a cranberry green. I guess maybe this purple just because it's so juicy looking. That's kind of cool, that red. Caffeine says, those are some lovely colors. It's surprising. We took a risk. With the stuff that was on the swatch card at the art store didn't really look like this. I don't know what they did. I guess they just kept going over the same swatches to get extra granulation. These look nothing like these little petri dish sample, but yeah. I think the only thing I learned about Gansai watercolor as compared to regular American style, I guess, I don't know, is that if you apply it thick, it gets really glossy. And sometimes it doesn't lift up as readily. Yeah, I should cut this out and then just put it with the set. What'd I do with you? Okay. Yeah, and then just to look at the pans. This shrinkflation bonus, nothing can. They kind of just looked all brown. A leap of faith. That's what you do at the art store. Like, I'll take one of those, and I'll figure it out later. Okay, so let's see. Where can I park some of this stuff? Oh, yeah. That's nice. Can you see those warm colors illuminating? I'll upload a photo to Discord in a minute. Oh, okay. I am there. Let's see. Let's see, share your stuff. Okay, I'm ready when you are. Oh, and I do have a little example of my vending machine sketch covers or sketchbooks in Discord. Enter. Perfection. Caffeine says, that's brilliant. I mostly have metal dice myself currently. How do those must roll like a boss. Metal dice? I don't play a lot of dice games, so the ones I hold feel like they're either plastic or are like a bone enamel, not enamel, something like that. Or they might even be like that clear plastic looking resin. Metal. Do you have a special felt covered table that you play games on so they can handle? Or is it just a table that's all like has a lot of dots from successful gaming? The printed samples are done with thinner paints on a warm press paper with good sizing. Sizing, that means like the water stretching, right? Or the, it doesn't mean how big it is, right? You taught me that. Also, they did dozens of samples and picked the best ones for the box. General? Did you stick it in general? Oh, hi, Calf. Let's see. Yay, Discord family is growing. All right. So let's see. I will set you guys here. My overfilled jar of ink as far as Joel's concerned. My fancy card. That came out nice. That'll be handy for a little proper swatch card. And okay, take you. I'll take you. Ow! All these things. There's weapons. Okay, all right, that'll be fine. See this little dot here? I gave myself a tattoo try. I don't know if it was one of these or trying to clean out a fountain pen or something. And I had to use too much force and it ricocheted. I don't know how I did it. It ricocheted back somehow and I gave myself a little tattoo. That was like 15 years ago, I think. Yeah, and I just poked myself again. Right, sizing in paper is additives to help it deal with ink, paint, and some brightness in cheap paper. Yeah, I found the brightness thing. I was playing with my black light and some of the papers were just lighting up. Okay, so let's see. How are we gonna do this to not prove myself wrong about overfilling? I have a spot on my palm with a nub of graphite I accidentally got from blindly grabbing at a pencil while working in a sketch. I have one of those too. Caffeine. This one is from so long ago, it's probably not gonna show up. Let's see, I have to... Oh my... It's like... Yeah, I could see it, but it's hard to... Oh. It's right there. I was like, I think I was probably in first grade. And I sharpened that thing so sharp. And I think I just touched it to see how sharp it was and it poked into my finger. Yeah, that's pretty faded. Good times. I did that with a squirt bottle too. The little hole that the squirts come out of are so tiny. I was like, how's a big spray come out of that little tiny thing? So I looked at it and I sprayed. Nah, you know what? C student, that's fine. All right, this one, and I'll do this. Let's see. Oh, there's something I wanted to try. I taped this off, but his beard, I kind of wanted it to spill over the taped part. So I think what I could do is ink the, okay, how would I do that? Ink it last, but I still have to watercolor it. Should I paint it last too? No, because then, okay. Retape it? Think first, paint after? That's not me. You just gotta go for it. And then whatever happens, happens. All right, I'll retape it. Rats, and that's like the bottom one too. That's fine. Dr. Sears doesn't mind. Oh, Chris put his dice up. Here, let's see. Oh, they're pretty. Chris says, red in the back are cheap acrylic dice for comparison. Green shiny in the back is PETG printed. Yellow, hold on, I'm gonna show this to you guys. Let's see. Copy link. Put it in there. Control V. Enter. Okay, there we go. And then I touch this thing, and then we can see. Where is it? Hold on, I got it in biggin. We must know. Where are you? Did I put you in your own? Why would I do that? Okay. Where the heck? No. So, oh look, but that's like not gonna work. So then, okay. Window capture. Yeah, you guys can actually see it better. Window capture. Unlock. Okay. So then what Chris says, hold on. Okay. My mouse doesn't like 3 screens. Red in the back are cheap acrylic dice for comparison. Green shiny in the back is PETG printed. Yellow green is PLA printed. And the dark green in the front is SLA resin printed. All are solid, so they roll and bounce pretty well. They look delicious. They look like little gummies or something. Candy. Oh, what was this? I don't even know what's going on over there. Okay. There we go. The jankiest display ever. Yeah, Chris, that was all kinds of wrong. I couldn't find where my regular browser view thing is. So I clicked on some old one I was working on. It was like this. Oh, let's try this. You know what? We try. We try. Caffeine says, those are some fine looking dice. What is the weight like? I have a bunch of metal and stone gem dice in my collection, so I'm always tossing the acrylics I have halfway across the room when I use them. I've never considered that. That's right. Yeah, the yellow green is too bright. I need to get out the good camera instead of my phone to photograph them well. The yellow green is too bright. Okay. Well, I still like them. I know what you mean though when it's not what you intended. All right, so let's see. You guys are zoomed in. I'm gonna start with the eyes. Just go for it. I need to be better at taking these nibs out and cleaning them, because this little handle thing, it's got this rubbery, soft, grabby part that doesn't like certain cleaners. It gets like tacky or something. So I have to remove it or use just a regular cleaner that doesn't turn the stuff into weird, sticky, I don't know what. Yeah, I can't wait to get those new nibs. Oh, I'm gonna get some new nibs when we go to Japan. I can order them here, but they seem more expensive. So when we go to Tokyo Comic Con, we're actually gonna go. I bought our tickets, so it's gonna happen. And yeah, we'll make our annual trip to Sakaido. It's like a 6-story art store. And maybe I can find I really like these brushes that I got last year. But I need a smaller size. They're synthetic sable. They're kind of, they hold a tip well, really bouncy and nice. I just need one size smaller, I think. You can tell which one I like best. It's like discolored from paint. Maybe that's an argument for not buying white brushes, but that's what happens. You use your stuff. Thanks for the lurk, Caffeine. Thank you so much for following too. Welcome. Gotta bounce, y'all. Always a good time. Zorjan, thank you very much. I'm gonna check out that paper you were talking about. I'm curious about the Winsor Newton crystal. Yay, good food and art supplies trip. I know, Chris. It's so good. It makes me sad because we have good ramen here, but it's like $20 a bowl. It's just insane. You can get cheaper ramen, but the meat doesn't taste right. I don't know. I think we just accidentally turned ourselves into ramen snobs. We have a couple of good places, but it's just, it feels like such a ripoff when you know that it's $8 or something over there. Same with sushi. Everywhere you go, it's delicious over there. Resin and PETG are similar to the acrylic in weight density. PLA is a bit lighter, but not that bad when I compare the bounce. I want to see that comparison, like super serious dice throwing and bouncing and taking notes. Like, yes, these are good. Because you have to take it seriously if you're gonna make good stuff. But when it's game things, I wanna see that study. I don't need to get any more fountain pens. I think I'm good. I like my collection. I like the ink I have. I got plenty. Hold on. I'm still, because I have a scratchy throat, I'm still using the lozenges I got over there. They're really good. There's a green tea one and some sort of tangerine. They're really yummy. Let's see. I should be a little pickier about where I'm working. Just kind of pick spots at random that I'm interested in. Then I paint myself in a corner. This nib stuff, it's one of those things where I see people using them all the time, but just being, you know, around people making comic stuff, well, a lot of times using microns now, but watching someone use it and never using them myself, I kind of don't catch certain details of like how they hold it or the position. And so now that I'm trying to use it more, I'm hoping when I see people, things kind of stick in my head a little better, like, oh, that's why that works so well, because they never pull it this way or push it or do something weird. I don't know. But I just have to learn everything the hard way. Do it myself. Make mistakes. Struggle with something and then see somebody doing it right. And then it just makes so much more sense. I wish I could just watch them ahead of time and have it all absorbed, like, okay, this is how you do step 1, step 2, step 3. No, it's all magic until I have questions. Then it's like, oh, that's why I'm struggling. He's got hairy ears. How much hair? I don't know. Whoops, hold on. They are super furry. Don't worry about it. And then, let's see. I think that's where his hairline would be. So then he's got like a big forehead. Oh, sorry about that. There you go. Wet paper towels, caps full of ink. What could go wrong? So then, let's see. A little bit of hair there. And this is head. What I see with the little dot in there. I need to clean this. Mm. Let's see. You know, something like that. It's a good looking guy. And some of his hair, it's coming over his temple and it wraps around the back. So let's pick that one out from behind. Something like that. We'll figure that out. And then maybe some sideburns. Is it time to figure out? I'll do his jacket, and then I'll pull the tape off, and then I'll do his goatee, and then I'll put the tape back on and hope for the best. Okay, I guess it's time to do this. I just need to peek. I just need a little peek. There. And then let it dry. And then tape it. This is not very efficient. This is not a tutorial. Yeah, something like that. Just a weird, twisty little leaf thing. Oh yeah, last time I didn't like how there wasn't any contrast from the back to the front. So probably gonna end up doing the same thing. Let's see.
Game begin.
I guess if I use this bright purple, it'll stand out. That might be nicer. Leave more white in his hair, maybe? Let's see. Let me at least finish this part so I can tape it back up.
Go places.
We're looking for hotels in Japan, and some friends of ours, we kind of stay in the same places over the years. I guess we have our favorites now, but they're telling me about these prices on like hotels.com, and I'm not seeing the same prices, and I'm thinking maybe it's my zip code. I even try to use it's not like a real proxy server, it's like one of those web-based ones, to see like, well, maybe if I hide where I'm from, I'll see different rates. I just think they're the Los Angeles zip code. Maybe I get higher rates. I don't know. It's like I'm broke too, everybody. This is a work vacation. I'm doing business. But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I could make sure I'm looking at the right stuff, or why I'm getting different prices. All right, that's enough of that. It's plenty. Hold on. Two more. There we go. All right, that's better.
Game over.
So I guess I'll just let that dry and then tape it back up and hope for the best. I used the Penzeys spice thing for this. It no longer smells like herby, so that's good. Although I wouldn't have minded that. They're nice little jars. So I got the Penzeys spice jar, and then these are all yogurt jars. Not to be sipped. I think we have some jelly jars too. Those are usually too big for what I need. I put too many lines. I don't want his hair to look black. But shadows are gonna help. Are you done? Can I tape you? Ugh, that's not done. Nope. It's not mad science, it's grumpy science. Yes, it is. Very grumpy. Let's see. I have to pick my lines. I have hints of lines everywhere. Oh, I just knocked my ink. I just tapped it. accidentally turned down a free meal yesterday. We went for pie. It was delicious. I got peach. I should have got apple, but I get apple all the time, so this time I got peach. Anyway, we were walking back home. There's a new restaurant opening up, and I swear there's people in there eating every now and again. And so this time we went and kind of poked our head in and stood behind someone in line because it was like, it looked like it was open. And apparently they were having like a test menu kitchen thing. They were testing the kitchen to make sure everything was all right. And that's what they told us. This guy comes out from the back and he's like, oh, he's like, oh, this is just, we're testing things out. It's a test menu. He's like, but you're welcome to stay in line. I'm sure the cooks won't notice 2 more people. And I was like, oh, no, we're fine. I didn't understand. I didn't know he was offering us free meals. I thought it was just, get in line and buy some food. And it wasn't until after Joel told me, I guess you don't like free food? Like, what happened? I was like, no, how did I do that? How do I not notice those things? And I was saying, we need to come up with like some sort of arm grab, like, no, just, I got this, sit down or something. Because I was just like, no, we're good, let's go. I had no idea. I was full, but still, it just feels like someone offers you a free meal. Don't be rude. And I'll just think of the burrito that could have been. Can I tape him now? Are you done? Where's the queen finger? I think it's done. Okay, we're gonna tape him. I'll just do it the way it was before. Okay, shh. Go to bed. Nothing happened. All right. Do I have let's try this. Okay. Decisions were made. If I do more with the ink, I could do less with the watercolor. And I'm not that practiced with the ink. So it's just kind of keep going until I want to stop, and then I'll just do a couple more shadows. Scraggly. I guess that's all right. I can feel where all the little paper fibers are lifting up, scratching and saturated with this ink. I don't think it's gonna matter. It just feels weird. It looks fuzzy. Maybe. So then minimal color on his hair. What can I do? Let's see. It looks funny. There, that did it. So dry, and then get to use one of these. Look at what they did. So what did we decide? This one was, they're all Aurora something or other. So this one was the red. This one was pink, orange, blue, and violet. Yeah, that's way different. I forgot, I think I did the first color. Okay, but it was really watered down. So let's see. So is this, what is this one? I think this is rough. And I think this is, no, I know this one is hot press. So is that any different? Better? I think I like the rough better. It didn't granulate anymore, just a little smoother, I guess. All right. So how long do you have to wait before you erase? Let's see. I'm just gonna see if I can make it show, if I can show any of the paper that lifted up. Not really. He just sees wet around his eyes. Kind of. Like this area right here is real fuzzy. And it's hard to tell. Dry, I command you. Okay, let's see. Dare I? I'm gonna do it. No, nothing. On a Comic-Con panel, we're talking about inkers, and I think if they prefer inking on blue line stuff that gets emailed to them or pencils, and they're just talking about how sometimes inking on the blue line, they don't like it as much for a bunch of reasons, one of which was the ink settles. Sometimes it can settle weird on the blue line print, and so they'll go to erase it thinking that it should be dry, and then they'll end up just throwing a dark streak, smear of ink across something that they're already deadlining and have to send it out really quick. And I just keep thinking of that as I'm just carelessly erasing over this stuff. So far, so good. That's probably fine. There he is. I like the side hair. I don't like the top hair all that much. That's floofier. I like that better. Let's see. Who's first? Granulation or skin? I think I should do skin. Be sensible. Skin is gray anyway. Let's see. What did he use? I think it was gray titanium, probably. And some red. Did I use that ballet? What is it? Opera Rose? No. The Opera Rose is... Ooh, look at that. Manganese blue and Opera Rose. Look at that. Fancy. Party colors. Goodness, look at that thing. Nice. So, okay. My little teeny brush. Maybe I don't need the teeny one. He's got a big face. This one. Everything's gonna be tinted blue or purple. So Dr. Sirius, he's just like some sickly gray looking grump type. Whoops. That was fast. Hold on. There. Never happened. I'm still kind of looking for a good, like, periwinkle, the character periwinkle, not the color, skin tone. It's like a cool peachy color, and I thought I had it with this Potter's pink, but it's not quite there. That and like a sky blue watercolor. I don't know why I can't find that. I thought I bought one and it was a pearlescent color. Here, let's see. This one. That guy. I thought that was just like a nice sky blue, but it was in Japanese. I just didn't read close enough. This, but not pearlescent, would be perfect. That in a Miss Periwinkle skin tone. And I don't think that's not like a Japanese. That's not a Japan purchase, unless I'm getting like Sakura or Kuretake or something. I don't think Daniel Smith is cheaper there. If I could find Rosemary and Co. brushes, maybe I can get that. I don't think it's cheaper, but they just don't sell them here. I should have bought them when I was at the MCM London. I think that's what's called. That's what that convention was. It wasn't on my radar then. I probably saw them and walked right past, thinking, what are these expensive things? I don't need that. Don't put too much color on the white hair. Let's try that. And then, oh, his okay. So then I have to do his goatee last. Then I should do real quick his lapel thing and his shirt. Then do his, then wait. Then the background, then take off the tape and then do his goatee? What did I do? Why did I make things so difficult? Yeah, I still want to leave his, let's see, his lapel kind of light. But what if I can tint it in something like bluer color maybe? Just so it's not the exact same color as his hair and his skin. Let's see. It's like all every color of river rock kind of natural tones of gray, cool grays. You got warm grays, neutral grays. Okay. All right, that's enough. Oops. Okay, so then what? What color is this non-existent shirt? Just dark? A whole lot of, don't worry about it. We'll figure that out later. And now later is here. It's like, oh no. What happened? Okay. And then, oh, his red eyes. Hold on. And I forgot, I always forget to do the wet on wet for the eyes. Now I'm here and it's all dry. Hold on, getting away. It's creeping. So do the same thing. Expect different results. Okay. Okay, and dry it and then do a harder red. So, background. Have we decided? All kinds of eraser dust. I think I'm trying to choose. I'm trying to choose between these two. This one with the red in it and this purple with the red in it. I guess I could do both. Pick one. Double granulation. I keep thinking this one. That looks too cheery. Okay, I guess I've chosen. Will it granulate for us? Let's see. Swap. And So that one was number 2. So did you, I think it's this one right here. I can just fill more in there. All right, that's a lot. I think that's enough. Everything is wet. And okay, I use this guy. Get in the little nooks and crannies. I'm trying to visualize where I want to put it. So I do just a straight line like this old one. He does look a little eviler, a little more evil. So that's good. I can just kind of bloom it out. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't, well, no, okay, that was good. I'm not supposed to do it yet. I'm supposed to do the background first and then do his little chin thing. Okay. Plans. Little something like that. Try to get it in this little like paint phobic, water phobic ink area. Why do you do that? And then do a little drip. Maybe it'll do a granulation thing. Maybe not. Maybe it'll just seep under the tape. And then let's see. It's just something like right here. Want to see like a little fade or something that kind of fades out, and this one doesn't. Oh, it's trying. It's doing the granulation thing. Okay, so then do I wait for it to dry or do I just peek? I can just peek. Why did I put it under? I knew I was gonna have to do that. I knew I was gonna have to lift the tape up again, and I taped it underneath again. Here, I'm just gonna peek. Let's just peek and then do this little chin part.
Game begin.
Okay. And what was I using? I think it was a little bit of Payne's Gray and like, was that titanium? Gray titanium, I think. Let's see, it's too dark. That's too brown because I just swiped it all across the red. Because I'm professional. Okay, there, let's see.
When the drum beats go, play this.
That's all I needed, just a little dab. So what's going on here? I don't want a white right there. Okay. All right. Okay, but we're not supposed to blow dry it because of the granulation, and it's supposed to just kind of dry naturally to get most of that most of that texture. Should I take the tape off though? It's not like, do you think it won't run if I take the tape off now, will it? Oh, it's pretty wet. It's pretty wet. What if I just, here, I'll just do this for a second. A holding pattern there. So you can totally see all the red. What was this color? This was Aurora Pink. So it's like the Aurora Red was like a cranberry greeny teal mix. The one I just used, Aurora Pink, was like a bluer teal with like a more pinky red. They might do some interesting stuff in there. This one's a little smoothed out, probably because I was rubbing it around more. Oh, I didn't do his mouth. Let's see. Oh, I left my brush in the water. I'm not ready for expensive brushes. I just leave them hanging in there.
Game over.
Okay, so get some of that nothing t-shirt color. Just do a little dab. That's all. All right, I'm gonna take the tape off. I can't wait. Let's see. Here, I'll do this one first. That pencil line is where I'm going to trim the paper. All right, there. There it is, Dr. Sirius. 30% crankier. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay, so let's see where we came from, where we are. Jamboree handouts. I recognize you. Thank you so much for the kind words. I love that. You're just like a delight everywhere you go. Jamboree handouts. So then, okay. This was Schmincke granulating watercolor. This is Kurotake granulating watercolor. I think his hair has a better shape on this one. I like the shape there better, but it doesn't really stand out from the background. This one is a little better at standing out because I didn't. I kept the background dark and then the hair a little lighter. What else? What else did we learn? Yeah, I guess I could put some more dark where it's not interfering with the background. Oh, I need to color in his sunspots. Yeah, I don't know why I made a nice little tangent under his little eyebrow. Yeah, better expression, better contrast with the line art. The inks are better on the first one. Huh. Okay. Yeah, and I like the new watercolor I got. It was so weird to just have to discover what they were just from looking at the pans where it was all brown, 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 and brown. You know? To this, where they're just super crazy colors. So that was nice. That's what you expect with getting some, I don't know, novelty paints. I don't know if you could, what else could you do with stuff like this, these granulating colors? Like flowers or something, maybe an outfit, but not for skin tones or things you need more control over. This looks nothing like what comes out of it. I don't know why they bothered. They might sell more if they actually showed what was in the container. All right, so I'm gonna let him dry more, trim him later. Maybe I'll touch up his hair a bit. Look at that guy. Yeah, and all my other ones are gone. I loaded up the vending machine for San Diego Comic-Con, and I think I filled it 4 times. So thankfully I had enough stuff, but that just means I have to make a lot more. So good thing I have plenty of paints. All right, so let's see. Dare we raid? I'm always the worst at this. Hold on. Oh, we can see, let's go see if I could do that. I'm not sure. All right, so Jamboree Handout, thank you so much for hanging out. And Chris and Vince and Web of Chaos and Shadow and Coffee Hang. That's so funny. I'm so glad you're a new friend here. So I'm gonna do the thanks for watching, and let's see if we can actually do a proper raid. So have a good night. Always fun watching you create. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I should be able to stream tomorrow. I'll post on the Discord if I do. Let's see. Twice in a row I spelled it right. Okay. And I'm gonna try to raid. Let's see. Okay, everybody take care. I will see you tomorrow, if not next week. Thank you so much.